Castellano news alert. This just in. Michelle Obama has a pimple removed from her butt. It said it resembles Mount Vesuvius. That's something I wouldn't like to see. Michelle Obama's butt. I don't care if it's got pimples on it or not. I don't want to see it. Folks, tonight, Castellano, with all the things I've said, I despise these people the most. And believe me, I despise a lot of people I talk about. So let me just get warmed up. James Lacey, I despise you. Mario Cuomo, I think you're a fake. Mario, okay, wait. And Andrew, thank you, Mr. Producer. I get them mixed up. There it is. It's the same old thing rehashed. Am I showing my age? John Perinello. John, I'll take anybody's case as long as you got money, Perinello. Did I tell you how much I despise lawyers? This guy choked the man in his office because the guy decided to go with somebody else. Why? You old man. Because this guy didn't rape and pillage enough? No. Mr. Perinello, every time I see you in court and saying you have some rapist, some murderer, some terrorist in your courtroom, and you say this man is totally innocent, you disgust me. You're supposed to defend the innocent, and you're supposed to defend the guilty, but you don't make the stories up. So the innocent are guilty and the guilty are innocent. So you know what, Perinello? Anybody like you that does what you do, I despise you. Okay. Next. I despise the man we got in office, the head guy. Why? Because he's a divider. Why? Because he said he's going to bring us together. He lied. Why? Because he just lies repeatedly. Lied because he stood in Reverend's Right Church for 20 years and he didn't denounce him until he got caught. I despise a guy that lies. And Obama, you lied about your mama. My dear old mommy, my mommy chops, they were going to cancel her pregnancy because she had cancer. Never happened, you liar. You got your health care bill passed and nobody vetted you on that. It's not true. She was insured. You liar. But I despise these next three individuals the worst. Now I'm going to talk about the most vile individuals of all. They take the cake and they're homegrown, Rochester's own. We are disgusted by this. About what? There's been a series of home invasions recently. One Christmas Eve. And this insect, John Myers, beat up an 84-year-old lady. Badly, severely, brutally. This disgusting insect, young, beat up this old lady so bad. The police wanted to catch him so bad. They put it as their top priority. Is Officer Lieutenant John Henderson said, when he see these pictures of this lady, he knew they had to work through the holiday weekend. They're going to catch this guy. Guess what? He wasn't done. He acquired a little help on the next visit. He got Jacob Buchanan and Sarah Cushman. These two vile individuals, you can check them on the Channel 10 website. I hope Mr. Producer has time to put them up. But anyways, these vile insect losers of individuals that don't deserve life. They don't. I don't want to hear the mom say, they're a good boy. They're not. Because Mr. Buchanan and Miss Sarah Cushman were the ones in the news a couple weeks ago because they were robbing tanning salons viciously. Not just normal robberies. These two individuals have a long history of criminal activity. And Miss Cushman used to be an employee at the tanning salon, one of the tanning salons. So anyway, home invasions, brutal beatings. Guess what they throw in for good behavior? They also beat up a 99-year-old man. A 99-year-old man. Now, folks, I don't know any of you. I got a grandmother that's 93 years old. I love her. She moves around real well. She makes my diet ginger ale. But if any of these losers ever came to Great Granny's house, Castellano, they would never make their day in court. I guarantee it. And I'm telling you, individuals, you gave these poor old people extensive injuries. Greece residents. Excuse me a second. This isn't for you. Castellano lives in Greece, guys. Sarah Cushman, John Myers, Jacob Buchanan, and any other insect you want to bring, come to Castellano's house in Greece. Come for a home invasion, and believe me, the losers are hung by the chimney with care. Castellano would beat you to a pulp. I'll beat you and your friends. I despise every one of you individuals. Beating up old ladies, like I said, Castellano lives in Greece. Come and meet me. Come on, you won't though. 99-year-old men, 84-year-old ladies. You don't want no part of Castellano because I'd dissect you like insects. I'd put you on slides. You're looking at like microbes because you're losers, you're insects, and you're the most vile of vile. Come on. Take the dare. Take the dare. Castellano challenges you. You know what? If you don't like it, smoke them. And guess what, Miss Cushman? You're going to be in jail. You're going to be doing a lot of that. Oh, wait, what am I saying? Wait, John Myers and Jacob Buchanan? You're going to never go to bed with an empty belly. Enjoy yourself. All right. So, anyways, Nobel Peace Prize. For what? The guy was in office for a couple of months, and all of a sudden he gave him a Nobel Peace Prize, so he gets a couple $1 million for what he decides to donate to charity. Why? Because they would have laughed him right out of the box, because that's a joke. Media bias, okay? The UN, a joke. Anyway, let's get back to media bias. Let's get back right to the core of it. Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich's wife, I don't know, I'd like to say the exact date. I don't pay attention to this stuff. 10 years ago. Do I think he did bad things? Yes. Does other people do bad things? Listen, I'm a guy. I'm a typical guy. I'm a guy that played football and played baseball and hung around with guys. Just like guys that play basketball. Guys are dogs, especially when they're younger. They see a pretty skirt and they chase it. Is it right? Absolutely not. But I'm an older gentleman now. So you know what? Did I act like an idiot? Yes, I could say that. There's no excuse. Yes, God tells me so, and I know so. Did I hurt people? Yes. But Mr. Gingrich isn't saying, well, there's justification for this. Well, I did this because she did it. No, he just said, I'm sorry. I made peace. I asked her for forgiveness, and I asked God for forgiveness. We should give him a chance. But, you know, first question over debate, the goof says, Mr. Gingrich, the first question in debate, Newt Gingrich is asking, what was it, ABC, CBS, one of those things. CNN. A lot of talk going on lately about that you and your wife, way back when, you were talking about an open marriage. Would you like to add anything today? He goes, no, but I will. But he just said, first of all, you should be ashamed of yourself. We had a presidential debate. We got terrorism rampant around the world. We got a country that's $16 trillion deficit. We have people out of work. And the first, not a question during the 3-hour presidential debate, the first question you asked me is about something I did with my wife 10, 15 years ago. Okay? It's ridiculous. Totally. You know, nobody asked the thing about Edwards. Everybody in the media knew about Edwards with that, whatever she was. And she wasn't good looking at all. But anyways, had a kid with her. But his wife had cancer. But Mr. Gingrich, oh, your wife was sick. And oh, yeah. Look it. If you guys want to call it down the line, and every time somebody does something right or left, okay. Then you guys could be dogs and snakes and leeches, whatever you are, but you're not. Sarah Palin, media bias. What did she do? She's pregnant. She's going to have a baby. All excited because, you know, people are really trying to have a baby. Get excited about the creation of life that God created. Because some people try and it just doesn't happen. Some people don't try and it happens and it's just a burden on them. But some people want that little baby to hold and kiss. I'm one of them. Okay? It took me a while. But anyway, some people want it. And the doctors said to her, just like they did with Tim Tebow, Mrs. Palin, your baby will be born mentally retarded. It might be a good idea to get an abortion. She thought about it. Wow. It's difficult. It's going to be difficult to take care of him. It's going to be harder. My child is never going to be an adult, never going to be able to live totally on his own, and he's not going to live the same kind of life that me and you live. You know what? God tells me it's the right thing to do, and I love him. I don't care what the burden is. I'll do it. I want to have the baby. Folks, me, she's my hero. Because, like I said, Castellano liked to say I'm that good at heart that I could do that. And I wish, I think what I've been through, I would do it, yesly, 100% now. But if I never got to experience what I had experienced, I would have said, take it. But she decides to have it. Now, she is despised because women's right, they're pro-choice. Hey, look it. If you don't want to go down that avenue, okay. Castellano's not going to yell at you about it. Fine, you made the decision. But when you have abortions at at random, hey, look, I got pregnant. Oh, let's have an abortion. $400. Okay, we'll go over to Planned Parenthood. Okay, first of all, try to stop it from killing a life, especially in a healthy baby. 2, it's not business as usual. You have a little responsibility. You know what? That life inside an individual is an important too. So, Sarah Palin was vilified. They hated her. Too. I understand one thing, and then I'm going to come to a close on this part of the story, but I can understand when you screw up, when you do something stupid, like I've done, you do something stupid, and you made the wrong decision, and you've had an abortion, or if you did this, or whatever, or you were with somebody you shouldn't have been, okay, you could do one of two things. Admit you did something wrong and get better, or you could defend your wrong action to the hilt. And that's what most people do. In the old days with the Roe versus Wade thing, when it got passed, the doctors lied to you and told you it wasn't a life. It's not alive until it breathes the first breath. So all you women out went out there and had an abortion. Now you see all the movies and all the videos. And you get to see the 4D with the baby sucking its thumb inside the mother's tummy at 4 months old. And you get to see all this stuff. And you realize and say, I've been lied to. But you could do one or two things. The heartbeat beats after 8 days. Heart starts beating. You could do one or two things, though, after you realize this. Say, get mad, you've been lied to, and be an advocate to it. Or you could justify your sin, which is human nature. I'm not saying it's right. Human nature is say, well, people should have the right to choose. No. When you get more information, admit you did something wrong. Is Castellano did anything wrong? I did plenty wrong. But admit it. So why do you hate Sarah Palin? Why do you have media bias against this lady? Because she did something that she believed in her heart was right, and you can't understand because you wouldn't do the same thing. Why can't somebody be? Why can't Tim Tebow pray before a game? Why doesn't he say me after he scores a touchdown? No. What does he do? He gives praise to God. And why? And you hate him for it. Why? Because of the media. They put it in your mind. And the media says, oh, Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt. What are they doing? They're cheating on each other, one after another. She's adopting kids from other countries. She don't care about the kids in our country. Brad Pitt, this is the same girl we got to respect. She's got a vial of blood on her neck and a necklace. And her first husband or boyfriend or whatever, Billy Bob Thornton's wearing a vial of blood. And we're going to take her for what she's got to say. Then we got Ashton. I look like the mummy Kushner with the stupid rat beard of his. Oh, I love Demi Moore. She's 80 years old, but, she's older than me. I love her. Yeah, you loved her what? Until you seen the next skirt go by? Those little girls of hers loved you. And what'd you do? You cheated on her. Oh, and what did we just find out recently, Demi? I cheated too. I had sex with the female model. Isn't Hollywood wonderful? Hey, snort a couple lines, do some ecstasy, do anything you want, and people think it's normal. How's it going there, Lance, Brittany? So, Newsweek, CNN. You've been exposed. You're watching the Rick Castellano show. Stay tuned each and every week, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Wait a minute. I can't. Oh. Delicious. That brings us to one of our previous winners, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Excuse me a second. This is a large matter to digest. I'm just doing it to get the bad taste out of my mouth. Let me enjoy this part. Much better. Share. See it? Glamorous picture. That's not who we're going to talk about right now. We're going to talk about Blimpenstein. Chastity. Not Chaz. Chastity Bono. I got to see documentaries of how great she's in love for the first time and she's dancing in the stars and she's one of the worst dancers I've ever seen. I don't know, that one rapper was probably worse than her, but anyways, how much a triumph that documentary is. She came forward. She's gonna get her something sewn on, and she's gonna get something cut off, and she's gonna get this and that. Listen, she's gonna get injections to grow hair on the side of her face. Why didn't she get more injections to grow hair over her face? But anyways, you, Lenny Dykstra, and the rest of you people wanted to tell me how this was good and how it was a match made in heaven. Not heaven, folks, not heaven. When you say that, believe me, you're on the wrong side of the spectrum. Anyway, could you get a close-up of that, producer, of these pictures of Chaz? You could see that, sir? Yeah. All right. Anyway, lost my appetite. I saw Sonny. I saw, it was a female next to him. What is that? It looks like a linebacker from the Ravens. Anyway, isn't that Sue from the Detroit Lions? Anyway, you rammed it down my throat and everybody else's. Well, how great this is and how this is good and how the psychologists changed the rule books so you could have your sex change? Well, listen, Chaz, old buddy, whatever you are, whatever you are, I got something for you. I know why your relationship failed. Come to Dear Abby Castellano. I'll tell you why. Because she had to clean your shorts, you filthy pig! Oh, believe me, there's more stripes on there than than Napoleon's flag. Chaz, sorry it failed, and sorry you failed miserably. Folks, don't get sex change operations because don't follow in her footsteps. What leads me to, she is a past recipient of tonight's show. Tonight's show, the best of Black Rose of the Week. And believe me, there's a lot of contenders. Chaz, you may win. You may win this year's overall. Who knows? But anyways, continue watching. And tonight, I'm going to toast myself for having to put up with this stuff. The stomach and stuff all over. The best of Black Rose of the Week. We're back. Excuse me a second. I forgot why I had this. Now I remember. Current events, Demi Moore. You may need this to get a little of the Desperate Housewives of New Jersey you got stuck in your teeth. Cheating on Ashton? Oh, they made a big deal about it when Ashton cheated on you. You old bag. And what happened? You had your own little fling. Like I said, Desperate Housewife off at a party. You may need this. And you may need a little mouthwash. Speaking of current events, folks, I don't know if any of you have been paying attention lately, but remember, what was it, Paytech? What was the name of it?
Yeah.
Paytech.
Got their name taken off the field.
Taken off the field down the road, Salahi or whatever, Sally Baba down the road. No longer Paytech. They're going to build a big 30-story building real high. They're not going to build 10 stories. They're going to build they're just going to tell you a story. Because now, have you been there lately? Big place. Maine and Clinton. Prime place in the city of Rochester. What do we have? We have a parking lot. They're paving it. Yeah, big project, Mr. Mayor. Oh, Mr. Richards. Oh, you got it right there. Yeah, a handshake and a Coke and, yeah. How good did that do? They got bought out, and what do we got? We got nothing.
$80 million worth of teardown.
$80 million. Didn't we borrow some of that money? And you know what? We also talked about it in a past story that, folks, you give an approximate bid, what's going to be, it should take about this much. The union spend every last cent.
Yeah.
You know what? What we get? We got nothing. We got a parking lot. Folks, why bore you with the details? You may think I'm complaining. Maybe we should hire Walmart to fix our economy. Fix our economy? Let's go over some of the facts. It's now official. The majority of our politicians are corrupt. Who said that? Castellano. The U.S. Postal Service was established in 1775. You had 234 years to get it right. We're broke. Social Security was established in 1935. You had 74 years to get it right. We're broke. Fannie Mae was established in 1938. We're broke. And the only thing we got is Barney Frank with a Frank in his throat and Chris Dodd trying to pass us through more. Let's go right to Freddie Mac. Was established in 1970. We're broke. 39 years. The war on poverty. 1964 it was started. You had 45 years. $1 trillion of your money is spent every single year. And it's transferred to the poor. Guess what, folks? Still doesn't change. The poor are still poor. It doesn't work. The Department of Energy was created in 1977. Let me read this here. To lessen our dependence on foreign oil. It has ballooned to 16,000 employees with a budget of $24 billion a year, and we import more oil than ever before. You had 32 years to get it right, and it's abysmal failure. Failed. Every government program, time and again, it's failed. The private market, like Walmart, that you thought that I was picking on, gets it. You don't.